Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. Let me see if I could get this here live set up and going. Y'all give me 1 second. Figure I use my time wisely and do me some work while my son practicing. I don't have long because he get out of practice in about an hour and 15 minutes. So y'all forgive me on that. But I figure okay. Figure I use this time and go live and do a little Q&A. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm on my laptop, so if I'm not the world's clearest, forgive me for that. There. Remember last time I was trying to figure out. Hmm, okay. All right. We'll use that. Now remember on here to use hashtag Q. Amber, Tony been cranking out the videos. You know why I've been cranking out the video? Because I stopped doing one-on-one coaching. See, when you're doing one-on-one coaching, that might be 4 hours a day. So if I gotta coach 4 people, that's 4 hours. So that's 4 videos I could have shot. If I'm shooting 15-minute videos, that's 16 videos I could have shot. You see what I'm saying? So I had to scale back on the one-on-one so that I could reach more by utilizing my time different. And sometimes you just got to do that. You got to be mindful of your time and how you're using it. And so I had to figure that out. Make sure you put on hashtag Q in front of your question when you have a question, so I'll be able to see it. But when my son is practicing, every now and then I'll try to pop on if my Wi-Fi working. Try to pop on and go live while I'm waiting on him. I just shot a video for the Blessed Business Tribe. Some of y'all are in the Blessed Tribe, but the Blessed Business Tribe is where I do, just the business videos. And I posted today about possibly bringing back my podcast because I use the Anchor app for the podcast, and it's just audio. And y'all got to hold on. Got my little gnat in here, so if it mess around and now see if I open this here door, it might not want to leave. Oh, it don't want to leave right now. And so I may bring the podcast back, but it's just if I do the podcast, it's like I got to do something different than what I'm doing on YouTube, so it ain't the same information. But some people who do YouTube don't do podcasts, and some people who do podcasts don't do YouTube. So I try to have something in every space. For those of y'all who you building, your company, your brand, that's a lesson for you is try to put yourself in every medium. So with Anchor, the app, they distribute to Spotify. I think they own by Spotify, and to iTunes and different outlets. So with that being the case, you able to be where people gonna be at, because everybody have their own little quirks. My feet sure enough ashy now. I need some lotion. These feet offending me. Cam L, I seen your question now. I seen your question. I seen your question, Cam. I'm gonna answer your question. I just had to go get a little bit of lotion, cause my goodness, look down, feet look like I've been chopping bricks. I had showered and forgot the lotion. Feet looking like I've been walking in chalk. What the world? Like I stepped on the beach with these feet. Hold on now. I heard somebody trying to open my door. Y'all got to forgive me. Y'all got to forgive me. Now let me get on up here to Cam. Now y'all let me catch my breath, because he bending over like that. My wife had made me some quesadillas tonight, and just finished eating them. Barbecue buffalo chicken quesadilla, and that thing sure enough got me full. So y'all got to forgive me. So I got me a microwave back there. So my wife, she make our dinner, and I heat mine up when I get to practice and eat it. The boys, they eat. Oldest, he eat after practice. So forgive me a little out of breath right now, because I just was bending over with this full stomach. Child father asking for help with green card. Made up my mind 3 years ago, since son was born, that I wanted a husband and someone better. There's a chance he may have to go back to country if I don't help. Torn for son was terrible to me. Well, he was terrible to you. You got to look at your son, though, and see how he is to your son. I remember talking to a man who said, I love my daughter, but I hate her mother. And that was, he said that because I had posted a quote that said, the best thing a man could do for his child is to love their mother. And he wrote me, he said, I disagree with that. And, rightfully so, everybody have their own experiences. So I let him have that. But I told him, I'm like, well, what you think is teaching your daughter if you hate her mama? Like, if you hate her mama, then what kind of actions do you give her mama? And so, now this gnat here must been on some HGH. What kind of gnat this is? That thing, that gnat got some steroids. Because it's flying a little too fast. Normally they kind of normally they kind of a little slower. My goodness, they want to antagonize me. See, I'm gonna tell you what happened. My wife opened the door to get everything out of here for my youngest son, and I was sitting up under a tree. So now I'm sitting over by the baseball field, not up under no trees. And now this thing got some spirit on it. You hear me? That thing look like it was born with an extra wing. Oh, I'm slapping lint now. Hey, y'all got to forgive me. Stuff like that throw y'all. You trying to work and something flying in your face. Oh, Lord, I ain't come nowhere clear to it. My hands burning and stinging. I ain't bit more touch that thing than a man on the moon. Oh, my goodness. And then all these lights in here. This ain't helping me. So listen to me. Now you have to look at your son. Now see, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You know when the devil went into them swine and ran them off the side of the mountain after Jesus cast that demon out the thing, the devil done got in this net trying to disturb me. You know what? I'm just gonna act like I'm out there in the wilderness. John the Baptist. And just focus. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. I'm back on here. Y'all forgive me. Now see, listen to me. Cam, you got to look at your son. Because see, this is the thing that I want y'all mothers to understand is you got to think about. It's too late for you to think about this now, but this is a lesson for everybody, for every woman or man that's sleeping with somebody that get on your nerves. You sleeping with somebody unprotected that you can't really stand that much, that you see red flags with. Stop it now. Because when you're doing that, you're going to bring someone into the world who they're not going to know that person the way you know that person. So now you want to be done with that person, but you done brought somebody in the world who need that person for the next 18 years. So you see what I'm saying? So as adults, sometimes we got to get out of our way and say, you know what? This was the choice I made. This is my consequence. Although I really don't care for this person, I done had a child with this person, so I got to do right by my child because this person is needed in my child life and they're not a bad influence or toxic in my child life. So I got to do right. Now, green card and all that, I ain't really sure about the green card, the way you're going to give them a whole life, you know, in your country, wherever you at, or you in America. This here is 1999 on the orange, so you're in America. So now me personally, now whole green card, I don't know. So that add a little element to it because, you know, I don't know. Especially you say he was terrible to you. So it just depends on how he is right now. Now y'all hold on real quick and let me find something with the hashtag Q on it. There you go. There you go. If somebody sitting outside my van, they gonna be like, man, what he got going on? He having a disco party in there? You know what? I'll probably ought to let the thing live, the Lord creature. Now see, hey, y'all hold on now. Let me see if I can let him out one more time. One more again. See if I cut these lights off. What he gonna do? Now come on, thing now. Come on now. Let's go on, get out the van now. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to. I'm trying to let the thing get back out there to his family. This thing wanna antagonize me. Y'all forgive me now. Dating 6 months, call every day, 1+ hour, long distance, 2 hours. No, very respectful. Asked where he see it going. He said he still wants to talk, but don't want to rush, want to work on himself. I said, no, am I wrong? 6 months, call every day, 1+ hours, long distance, 2 hours. You know what? On the long distance, I got a video going out tomorrow. I shot it earlier today. I need to schedule it. But it's going to go out tomorrow at noon. Mark your calendar. It's for you. But this one right here, if y'all talk every day, then that's one thing. The other thing is 6 months. So typically I would say 6 months is the total amount of time you'll give somebody to make a decision. But in your case, it's a little different because you long distance. So he can't see you every day. So with long distance, if you talk every day, what I say do is give it 12 months when it's long distance, because it takes longer to get to know somebody and to really build and get comfortable, because you don't get to see each other every week, or every day or every other day, so it's a little different. Let me get this here. Queen Heart, God bless you. Dad is emotionally or emotional immature, wrote me off AF, speaking down on me, wrote me off after speaking down on me and siblings. Everyone just accepted, done with being stressed, but desire to forgive in a way pleasing to God. He always triggered, he always trigger abandonment wounds. Well, see, this is the thing. It's okay to cut somebody off. You could forgive and forget, meaning forgive them and forget they exist. See, to not forgive meaning you harboring hate towards him, meaning you want to do harm to him, meaning you wishing bad on him. But you could forgive him and release yourself from him, because always remember, watch my video that's called Toxic Family, where I talk to you about just because somebody is kin to you don't mean they get the right to run you to an early grave. So it was a season now that I cut my daddy off. It was a season I cut my mama off. It was a season I cut my sister off. And I cut people off for different stuff. But it just lasted a season. My mama, hers gonna be like 2-3 weeks at the most, because she be all that apologizing. I'm so sorry, baby. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have talked to you like that. Now my sister, hers about a year. My daddy probably was about a year. And my daddy apologized to me. Me and my sister, I think I just got over it. But she never tried me again how she tried me after I let her come on back. But me, I don't deal with no type of toxicity. I talk to people with respect. I'm gonna be direct and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna be disrespectful. My sister get upset with me how direct I am with her, but she just don't listen. Because so you got to be direct. You got to now about hurt her feelings for her to listen. If you talking too nice and sweet, she not finna hear a word, because she used to. Oh, now this was the son, Lord. Uh, she used to men getting overly aggressive with her. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, now these the kids, cause they flying a little softer. So see, I opened the door trying to let the daddy out. Then the son and daughter done come here looking for him. Lord, y'all forgive me now. I just don't be liking them flying around my head. Is it guy code for my brother's friend not to ask me out of respect for him, or is he just not interested? I can tell he likes me, never asks me out. Him and my older brother are very close. It could be guy code, because some men not gonna let their homeboys talk to their sister, because men know men, and men know that when a man get with you, it's like a 10% chance of it working out. So in dating, how people say, oh, 50% of marriages end in divorce. What That's because 90% of dating relationships end in a breakup. So it's like 50% actually is good odds, because 90% of dating or more end in a breakup. So men know how men are. So just imagine if you got a sister or your brother and your best friend and your home girl, and you picturing your home girl bouncing up on your brother, bouncing up and down on your brother, and then you hanging out with her. She come out the room. Oh hi, how are you? Did I have anything white right here? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I should have spit. Oh, try to swallow. And so imagine how traumatizing that'll be with your home girl, and she doing that with your brother. So you got to not be selfish on this and realize it's 3 billion men in the world. You don't have to have your brother best friend. You see what I mean? It's like it's a whole lot of men in the world that you could deal with versus your brother best friend. Like, so he probably like, let me have my friend. You feel me? So understand that right there. Don't get too, try not to keep cause imagine you and his best friend date, 10% chance y'all work out, y'all break up, now it's awkward for the rest of y'all life. My ex lied about having children. I have none. He doesn't know that I know he lied and he wants to meet to talk. Should I address it? Well, it's your ex. It's your ex. So you shouldn't even be addressing this period. Like this, like no question on here should be about the ex. You need to be focusing on your healing and your next. A lot of times I do a Q and A and I'm answering all about the ex. That shows the problem right there. We got to stop looking back and start looking forward. You feel me? So no, you shouldn't even be meeting with him, let alone bringing it up, because he a liar. Hello, Tony. I'm 49. See, on the computer, I could keep all the chat right here, so I could go in order. After I read the ones that pop up at the top in the color, I could go right back to where I was. I like doing it on the computer. It just looked fuzzy to me. Hello, Tony. I'm 49, two grown kids. He's 44, kids, no kids. Both of us have never been married. He wants to date seriously. Is it okay for me to ask him, does he want kids before dating him? Yes, that's okay to ask. That's a foundational question. Remember the foundational F's. So you got family. You want to find out about, so how are you with your family? Y'all get along. Like who's all here? Family, finances, meaning. So what do you do for work? You're not asking how much he make. So what do you do for work? Finances, fitness. You want to see how he take care of himself. Friends, who he hang around with. You see what I mean? And family also involve, do you want kids? And so think about these faith. So remember them foundational F's that I wrote about in my book, Single is Not a Curse. That's a question that you want to get clear. But now at his age 44, I doubt he want kids. Um, but no, he could want kids, but you got two grown kids, because you said he 44 with no kids. I mean, he could have been had a child and he never been married. Now, 44, no kids, never been married for a man is different than a woman, because see, men do the choosing and it's a lot of women. You 49 with two grown kids, so that means you done been chose by a man and y'all started doing what married couples do and you never got married. See, he never chose a woman and to do what married couples do, or to get married or to have kids, because there's a lot of men who choose not to get married but still have kids. So 44, no kids, never been married. On that situation there, you have to look a little closer. You got to take a little more time, and you kind of want to discreetly ask a homeboy, one of your male cousins, or if you have a brother, or you could email me a picture of him. And what we want to find out is that he like women's, because today it is a thing. It has always been a thing for men to. It's men who like men's. Okay, we are aware of that. You see what Lil Nas X trying to do a whole movement, and he trying to get y'all kids into this stuff. He trying to confuse y'all kids. He to come out here and got y'all kids on Old Town Country Road, which now I'm under the impression he was not talking about riding a horse, because that's how Sam Smith got me. I'm singing about all of this here with Sam Smith, and I come to find out Sam Smith was not singing about my wife. He was singing about him a boyfriend. So I said, oh, okay, well, that's okay. That's your music now, right? I am not judging you. That's your lifestyle. But you should have let me know about that before I hit this note with you. Because I'm hitting this note with you thinking about Sharik Gaskin. But this song was wrote by the man. Okay, all right, brother. And then here go Lil Nas X with what he got going on. So you see what I'm saying? So when a man has been around women his whole life, 40 plus years, on that one, he could be into women now 100%. You just have to make sure. He could be into women now. He could like women and just never met the one. It never connected, but you just got to make sure. And vice versa. You know, some women in that same thing too. A lady wrote me the other day. She said, I got a boyfriend, but I like women. Do you think he'll care? That I'm about I was like, well, you might want to let him know. Cause you might want to let him know just out of all fairness, just to see if he'll care. But that's the thing today, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing. It is a lot of men's who like men's and got them a woman as a cover up. And my thing is like this right here, brother. Come on out that closet with Ronald Isley and R. Kelly now, because it's wrong to that woman. Only one, Kenny, God bless you. It's wrong to that woman for you to be in that closet and then you over here with your little man off the out, and you meeting up with your man off the out, getting your bike blowed out, and then you going over here back to your woman and you putting that stick that you didn't use in this here man to this woman. That's disrespectful. That's wrong. It's like now this woman got UTIs and she keep wondering why she keep getting urinary tract infection, and it's because of her man have him a man, and that is happening a lot today. And I now see I see it quick because men know men. And so I see it quick. I be in the grocery store. I'm like, oh Lord, she don't realize her man. Like, she don't realize her husband got a boyfriend. Oh Lord, I kind of be want to give her a little smoke signal. Boyfriend, boyfriend. Baby, you want to get this right here? Baby. Like, she can't. She. I be like, she can't tell, or do she not care? Because some women may not care, and sometimes I be like, well, maybe she just don't know and she can't tell. So this is the thing, y'all have to be careful about this, because that's why you get an urinary tract infection every week. So you have to be careful about this, because I'm trying to tell you, the world get to where stuff go to happen and you don't even realize it. Why do he want to have a baby with me first rather than marry me first? He had 3 children already. That's a tough one right there. But see, sis, as a grown woman, this one on you. This one is on you, sister, because you was a grown woman. So when you see that right there, you got to go on about your business. Coach Amber, God bless you now. God bless you. When y'all go on mymentor.life and you click browse coaches, that's Coach Amber right there that you see at the top, because she was the first coach to sign up on My Mentor. She signed up before I did. So that's why I'm second on there, but she first on there. So when you go to mymentor.life, for everybody that need coaching, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Oh yeah, that's me typing. Yeah, that's me typing. There wasn't nothing running across the keyboard. That's me typing. Mm-hmm. That you thought I was dumb. Cause I got an accent. You thought I was dumb. Hey Raymond, God bless you now. Marie's message bless you. My first time live from Miami, Florida. Just want to say thank you. Hey, God bless you now. God bless you. Now, let me go on back up here where I was. If I miss you, y'all please forgive me. I'm trying to see everybody, but it's kind of, when y'all send the colorful, when y'all send them blessings, it'll throw my little track off over here. And now y'all forgive me, Don. When I be talking about this here stuff and people orientations and people, I'm not picking on nobody now. Just understand that I ain't ostracizing and picking on nobody. Oh, I thought somebody was trying to open my van, but that's my windshield wiper catching that rain. I wonder if my son getting rained on now. And so y'all forgive me on that there. Man, I don't want my son out there in that rain, but they'll go on practice in it now. And so, is something wrong with being happy as a single person? Relationships are hard work and can be overwhelming to me, and I'm much happier being alone most of the time. Is something wrong with me? Nothing wrong. Nothing is wrong with you as long as you're not lying to yourself. So if you lying to yourself, capping for the comments, then that's when something wrong. But if you truly feel that way and you happy, then that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. And that way, when you happy being single, that means you're not desperate. So when you meet a man, you're not gonna be desperate for that man because you okay being alone. Somebody who miserable single, that may make them a little more desperate than they need to be. When a guy is courting you, what should you pay attention to on his social media? Does it matter? It does matter. Social media is a part of life. Social media represents, y'all notice that's why I only follow my wife, is the only woman I follow. My sister got an Instagram. I don't even follow my sister because I just don't want nobody to think that's some random woman. But then also, I don't want my ops to know who my sister is. Like they got to know who my wife and kids is, but you know, we stay scrapped. I can't speak for my sister and all this right here. You know, I know they got them a little something on them, but I don't put my family out there because social media is a part of real life. Like the man said, I was studying his album. He said, you know, Bus bought my mama a house, but I can't post it. Can't let nobody know where my mama live because he don't know who watching them. And so you have to take social media serious today. So what you looking for is he follow a bunch of half naked women? All the women he follows should have clothes on. And if they don't have clothes on, it need to be his cousin that he just supporting her Instagram modeling business, or it need to be like a girl he actually know from high school or college that he know personally. And then you want to see when you click on some of these half naked women, you seeing if his name showing up in the likes. If he liking a bunch of booty pics, it just show you that he immature. Because another man may be looking at the same picture, but if you click like on the picture, that let me know that you ain't got nothing to hide. You just willy nilly. You just out there. You don't care about who see you liking these cheeks, and you that desperate. You want to like that picture to show this woman a public display of affection, so that she know when you slide in her DM, you done showed that you bought her because you like her pictures. And everybody know how the notification work. So when you like somebody's picture, it's gonna show up in their notifications. So when he fishing for him some booty, he out there liking picture, liking picture, liking picture. He might go to one woman page and like 3 pictures in a row. Cause now you know Instagram to change to where it don't notify all of his followers that he just liked those pictures, but he knows she getting the notification that he just liked those pictures. So now she sees who liking her picture, and now she on his page looking and checking him out. So he grooming her for a little while, and then he gonna slide in the DMs because he know he done liked enough pictures for her to know who he is and for her to be to check his page out. And so what he do on social media matters because it show you how he moving. Social media is real. So understand that. Second date yesterday, he told me he enjoys alone, never married, no kids, never married, no kids. He's 53. I said, well, I date with intention. He said, I enjoy your company and conversation. Do I move on? Absolutely move on now. Come on now. Absolutely now. Move on now. Move on now. 53. 53. Now, see, at 53, that's where it's a little different to where that's where it may not be that um Nicole Marie, God bless you. That's a wise water wet question. So I really can't answer wise water wet question, okay? Because you know, come on now, Nicole. I'm supposed to know. It's not like it's a certain restaurant that men looking for marriage go. Everybody go to the marriage buffet. Hey, everybody go to marriage gym. You know what I mean? Come on now, Nicole. Come on now. Don't. Just pump your brakes, just calm down. Everything gonna be all right, Nicole. Don't get weary and well doing. You got your legs closed, you're doing good. Don't get weary and well doing, Nicole. Come on now. I'm a single mother and I'm struggling with not having a male to talk to. Is this normal and how do I deal with it? Thanks for letting God use you. It is normal. It is normal. And sometimes in those situations, what you have to do is just talk to a man at work. Have a little male friend at work that you strike up a conversation with. Talk to your male cousin, even though you're not dating. It's masculine energy. You get to hear a man point of view. Have your little group of men that you watch online that you learn from. It could just be the masculine energy and the masculine point of view and all of that just kind of give you a little bit of interaction. So at least you kind of learning the behaviors and the mannerisms of men. You learning a little bit more about men on the way to where you going. So it is normal. Just don't let it, make you lose your mind or nothing like that. Do what you have to do without getting on your bike. Question: 43-year-old Tasha, God bless you. left 43-year-old left man, 59 years old, 4-year relationship, 6-month engagement, left because he's looking at women in my face, poor communication, tension, incompatibility. You did the right thing, sister. You ain't asked no question, but I guess that's a praise report. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. For one, he too old for you, and then two, he too old not to know what he want and not to be making no real move. Rose, God bless you. 8 years, 2 kids together. Says needs space to figure himself out and stand on his own too, and be a better him to be better for us. Has a female friend and long talks with her. Rose, unfortunately, I need my violin player for these here kind of questions. Just go and hit the violin because these questions like that right there, Rose, it has ran its course. Unfortunately, relationships ran its course. When a man don't marry you inside of 3 years, it done ran its course. When a grown man, now if he under 25, he's an exception. He don't count. 25 and older, when a man don't marry you inside of 3 years, he don't want you. He don't want you, and he looking for something else. If he don't find anything else, then he will marry you. And that's what a lot of women don't want to hear, but it's the truth. Because it's like, yes, a woman, that's a big deal. But when you know. A man know on the first date if she could be his wife. He know at the end of that first date if this woman could be his wife. It don't take forever for a man to know. It take him a while to fall in love because he don't let his guard down. He don't open up his heart, but he knows she's a wife. And so 8 years and 2 kids, he was going through the motions, doing what it take, to be married, what married folks do, but he wasn't sure of it. And now this is his way of letting you down easy so he can move on with his life. He gonna leave and he most likely will never be back unless that woman turn out, rock his socks. Ariana, God bless you. Can you please do a video about the stages of dating? What to do when getting to know someone? Do inconsistencies matter? Have expectations? Ariana already did that. Uh, got a video. Single and Ready is out there. How to date correctly. So just search how to date correctly, Tony Gaskins, and also Real Love University on Tony Gaskins Academy. It's extensive. It's crazy that I have over 300 videos on YouTube, and it's still more videos to do. You know. But out of them 300 videos, listen, it really ain't gonna be much. I ain't talked on too much now. 824. Should you consider marrying a man that's impotent, or is this just asking for trouble? Yeah, you And Sandra Martinez, you did the right thing now. Cause he 53, he too old not to know what he want. Um, Marrying a man who impotent, yes, that's asking for trouble. Because if you know that's important to you and just having that, that part of the relationship there, then that's gonna be trouble. So yeah, that's good night. Blessed Tribe and Tony. How soon is too soon to take couple trips? To take couples trips. Banking on 1 year in faithful, healthy relationship. That's not too soon. So a couple's trip, what you want to make sure is that this man don't have like Ted Bundy vibes. You got to make sure that he don't look like one of the men from, them serial killer Netflix shows. Make sure you just don't get the creeps from him, to where he just be looking at you weird and deep and just asking all kind of questions and just kind of looking at you and got a weird anger about him. When he get mad, he just kind of don't express himself. You got to make sure it's not the type of man that'll chop you up, put you in somebody's freezer before you go to taking trips. Cause like I think it was Dirty John on Netflix, pushed the woman off the side of the cliff after he filed life insurance for her and then told everybody, her family and all that, she slipped and fell. That's real. It's men out there like that. So that's why you got to really do your, due diligence and make sure this man all the way here. I'm 34. How do I communicate that I have an unhealthy family and not in contact with them? I'm insecure about it. Also, I was married and healing. The thing about it is, what you need to do is make sure you got the knowledge about men and about relationships, and that you feel 100% confident in that knowledge about men and relationships. Men actually don't care that you're not close to your family. It's for most men, that's a good thing, but it's a good thing for good men and it's a good thing for bad men. For bad men, it's a good thing because you isolated. You ain't got nobody to deal with. For good men, it's just that's less booty he got to kiss. That's less people he got to try to get in their good graces, suck up, do the fake laugh, do the handshakes, do the, all this right here, shuck and jive, sambo dancing. So he like, oh, okay, I just got her and I get to know her and love her and, build with her. Great. Meet her family when I meet her family. Great. Like no man is dying to meet your family. So don't ever feel like that. Sweet fragrant, God bless. Not keeping your word is unacceptable for me. If I just met a man and we don't know each other that well, he say he going to call at a certain time and doesn't. How do I tell him this unacceptable without lecturing since we just met? Um, you could ask him, hey, why didn't you call me when you said you was gonna call me? I had moved my schedule around and I was waiting on that call. Why didn't you ask? Why didn't you call me? See what he says. I mean, he may say, well, I got shot in the foot and I was in the hospital. And I actually just sent you a picture of me in the hospital, and you can see the date on the band and everything. I was getting ready to come over there to see if I could swing by there and holler at you and just show you my foot. Man, this has been a tough day. You see what I mean? You got to first ask and see if he give you some hogwash. And then if he give you some hogwash, then that's when you say, hey, listen, we just started talking. So if you already not keeping your word, it's like, what's the use of us even doing this? And you just like that, that ain't no lecture, but you just letting them know what an IS is. Now I miss one of these blue ones. 9 months pregnant. Should the father be in the delivery room if he hasn't been involved in the pregnancy since the beginning of it? No, he shouldn't have been in no delivery room. Absolutely not. If he ain't been involved and he ain't been there, he finna raise your blood pressure in there. You trying to have the baby. That is the closest a woman come to death. So that room need to be serene. That room need to have your close loved one, your mama, if you cool with her. If you and your mama arguing, her butt can't be in there. that whoever in that room, you need to be tight like beans and rice with them, and y'all doing good right then. Everything good. Everything need to be centered, happy, peaceful, everything good. You see what I mean? You can't let that man come in there, because when it's somebody that he got you pregnant and he ain't been involved in the whole pregnancy, that's now about borderline hate. So that means he could get in there and make one little face and you in tears, you crying, your whole day throwed off. He done throwed everything off. Rose Hernandez, God bless you. He was under 25 when we met, 27 now. Could it be repaired? Rose, I can't remember your question, but he most likely an exception to the rule, being that young. And you too young to be on here asking questions. Like, you need to be worried about a school book, Rose. You got your master's degree? Come on now. Worrying about the wrong thing, Rose. Come on now. Miss J, God bless you. Is there such a thing in being too hard on a man, such as having zero tolerance? No, it's not. It's not such a thing, because that's a grown man. That's a grown man. The prophetic, God bless you now, has a fight. My fault. He ghosted me for 2 months. Reached out to say he lost his mom. How long do men grieve? He also texted me to say he has nothing but love and hope for me. What does it mean? He loves me, or loves me like a sister friend? He love you like a sister friend, and he don't want to be with you. He don't want to be in a relationship. It's just, and so any excuse to do losing a mama, that's a big thing. But when you lose a loved one, you draw closer to those that you want to be around, to those that you want in your life. You draw closer to them, even if you take a day or two, or even a week to yourself. You know, if you take 2 whole months of just straight grieving, then that's more borderline mental health issues that could send you there. I can't even count how many funerals I've been to. Watch my best friend die, my cousin, first cousin shot in the head. Two of my other cousins died, first cousins died giving birth. Like my uncles, my aunties. I've been to so many funerals, and all of them hurt. You crying. My grandmother, she helped raise me. None of that pushed me away from my woman. Like, I want her at the funeral with me, sitting beside me, and every man in there is with his woman at the funeral, sitting beside him. Like, you, and that's our moment to be a big baby. Like, that's our moment that we get to cry and we don't get looked at like we soft. So it's like, if anything, for a man like you, when he lose family, he gonna draw closer to you, not pull away from you, if he like you. And so that's something that us as men will use that as an excuse to run off on the plug. Like, we'll use that excuse to go and get us a hall pass to get out here and just willy-nilly do what we want to do. And then when we done with that and we start to kind of sit and wake up and like, oh, let me give her a call and use this here death of this family member as a reason why I ain't call her for 2 months. It's like, man, we not even built like that to grieve like that, because most of us been in the streets. Most of us done been gang affiliated. Most of us done been through something to where you done lost homeboys, you done lost friends. Like, you get used to death. Now, yeah, losing your mama, that's gonna hurt you. But just sitting still, not talking to the woman that you quote unquote love for 2 whole months, no, no, that ain't realistic. That ain't realistic. That ain't realistic. Yeah, he might cry 24 hours straight. He might cry 36, 72 hours straight, losing his mama. But 2 whole months, no talking? No. Samantha, God bless you. Usually younger men and much older men approach me instead of men closer to my age, 38. What changes should I make? None. It just the luck of the draw, Samantha. Ain't nothing crazy. Just the luck of the draw. Because if you attracting young and old, that means you right in the middle. So you ain't doing nothing wrong if you could attract two different age groups. The thing is in your area, a lot of men your age is probably married. Most men in that age is married. So the older they divorce or widowers, and then the younger never been married. Your age is mostly married men. So that means you just got to have more exposure. You got to be out more. You got to be moving and shaking a little more. My child father wants me to take him off child support. He has always been an active father, but is 4K behind in payments having behavior issues with child, and he wants to keep him full time temporarily. What to do? Man, that's a personal question. That's a personal choice right there. Now, come on now, don't come on now, sister. Don't. I know you respect my opinion now, but don't give me that much influence now, cause that's a real deep thing right there. So you got to sit and you got to sup with the Lord. Like you got to spend time on your heart right there. And here's the thing, I've never been on child support, so I really can't speak to it. I don't really understand it. I don't really know how I feel if I got put on child support. I can understand being behind on payments. I definitely have been behind on credit cards or bills and stuff like that. So I could imagine being 4K behind on payments. My thing is, the way I look at it from the outside looking in is being a father is priceless. So if he's a good father and he brings love and stability to your child's life and your child is a better person because of him, that's priceless. So in that case, if I was in that case, looking at it like a mature adult and not putting money on it, I would remove the child support and allow the presence to be there. Because if money mess up everything, that's why all your favorite bands and R&B groups have broke up over money. Money mess up everything. So if a man is behind on payments because he lost his job or he don't make enough or he mad at the government, or you and him got mad, or you want to let him see his child for a while and he get behind on payments for whatever reason, that is going to hang over his head. He can't get a passport. If he get too deep in, he'll get arrested. He'll go to jail, license suspended. It's going to put him in such a negative space that he's just going to spiral out of control from there. So if he is a positive influence, positive role model, then that's priceless. That's worth more than money. Now, letting your child live with him, I ain't sure all that is necessary. Like he could FaceTime every day, come over, come holler at him every day, but live, mm, I don't know about that. That's a personal, choice right there. Cause me personally, just as a man, and I'm a good man, I'm a responsible man. I know I'm nowhere near the parent that my wife is. I'm nowhere near as good of a parent as she is. And that is what I see about most men. Like I've never seen a man parenting and I'm just like, woo, boy, you could parent. Woo, boy, you need an award. Boy, you need to be in a parenting hall of fame. Like most men, when you see them parent, you be like, mm, he messed up like me. That was kind of toxic. Man, you talk to your child like that. Oh man, you need to work. You need therapy. Ooh. Most men, when you look at men parent, you like, you a little too rough on your daughter, a little too rough on your son. You a little too easy, a little too lax. Like my homeboy was with his mama. He moved with his daddy. His mama thinking, oh man, gonna be better. Man, we went to visit my homeboy. His daddy let us hire a scripper. We had a scripper in the house, scripting in high school. That's what his daddy let him do. He moved up to his daddy. He started smoking weed. He started sleeping around. And his daddy's big house, got money, successful businessman. That ruined that man's life. That ruined my homeboy life. Because the mama them gonna be on top of it. Boo, 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 boo. With that homework, gonna be there. And that's what men have to realize. It's like, yeah, I know you want your child and all that, but you got to get your ego out the way and you got to realize this woman is more equipped emotionally and mentally and spiritually to be a parent than a father. And that's why she was chosen by the creator to carry the baby. That's why she was chosen by the creator because God could have made us look like Lil Nas X looking on that picture he just posted. God could have did that to a man if he felt the male was going to be better fit to be there, that backbone for the child. But God chose the woman to have breasts, to have a uterus, to have a stomach, to carry that baby for 9 months. So as a man, as good of a father as I am, I know that I'm not going to be a better parent than my wife. I know that. And when I look around, I don't see that. Like I got a homeboy who got his son full time. I don't want to talk bad about him right here because he might slip and see this here video. But listen, I am not impressed. I am not impressed with the parenting that I see from 99% of men. So when it come down to that right there, and I think deep down that's why the court typically don't give a man the full sole custody unless the woman is strung out completely on drugs, because it just everybody know. You feel me? So understand that right there. Like don't yeah, your son acting up. Okay. If I was not here, the way my wife parent, my sons will be the same way, because she get in their chest. She get with them. She they act up some no game, off the game. Like she really get in them. And so as parenting, a woman could do it because it's a lot of women that have raised strong men. It's about consistency. It's about having boundaries, having rules, having standards, having consistency, and having structure. And you can raise your child. But when you're trying to be your child best friend, you want to make your son your king, and all of that right there, you're gonna get took advantage of, because children intuitive and can tell when you soft. So understand that right there. Can nose rings and piercings. How do men see this? I'm 37. Do men see their wife with a nose ring generally? Well, can you got to realize you asking one of the most conservative men in the country. Like, so me personally, no, but I'm not. The next man may love old, booger in your nose. To me, nose ring look like a booger in your nose. And so for me, it's just kind of like you got to really realize, okay, why do I want this? What's the meaning behind this? What's the reasoning? And don't just do it just for fashion, just to look a certain way, just because other people doing it. Make sure. And because the thing is, if you have that question, that means it's not really you. Because if it's you and that's what you want to be, you don't care about what nobody thinks. So if that was really you, you wouldn't even be asking me that question. So that's the sign right there. See, this is how I try to tell you how I answer these questions. Context clues. I don't be judging and all of that. I'm not judging you. I just pick up on context clues. That would not be a question if that was truly your identity and who you are. You wouldn't care, because you would know the man for you will like it. So the fact that you asked that question, that let me know that you kind of following a trend and you doing some things just to do it because somebody you seen online or somebody else made it look cool or sexy or what have you. Miss Crystal, God bless you. How far in during the talking and dating period should you go without being friends on IG, not trying to date his rep without knowing how he is on there? As soon as you meet somebody, you should be their friend on IG. As soon as you meet them, y'all should connect on social media, because social media is a part of life. And if a man don't want to connect with you on social media, then that's when you know you dealing with his representative and not him. Courtney B, God bless you. Always here on dress appropriate, no work done, barely wear makeup, 27, want to be seen as a wife, constantly approached, but not by my husband. Courtney, tell us how you feel now. Courtney gonna come in here and let y'all know. This will say she's stepping like Maya Angelou with diamonds in between her thighs. So say, listen, I ain't got no work done. I don't do no makeup, and out here shutting it down. It's like, all right, Courtney, let us know now. But it's just the numbers. You see what I mean? It's just the numbers. So it's like, um, it's certain things you do that if you do certain things, it's out of the norm. I can't really see your picture, but look like you can have a red lip on. Red is a color of confidence. So red will be associated with that, the word you use. And so I don't say all the word because there's somebody else network. When I finish developing Tony Tube, I ain't even started yet. But when I get Tony Tube, I say what I want to say. But this here system have 1,500 words that you're not allowed to say, because they want to be advertiser friendly. And so a lot of people don't realize that, and you know get their stuff messed up. And so this the thing, you got a short hairstyle look like. That's not the norm. That's not common. So you're gonna stand out. So a man see a short hairstyle, he see a red lip, whether that's lipstick or your natural color of your lips. So now that's two things that are outside of the box, out of the norm. It's not like every other woman. Like 9 out of 10 women don't have that hairstyle. 9 out of 10 women don't have a red lip on. So now that's why he's seeing you as different. And so you just got to realize when you different now, and when you have that statement, look, it just takes a man with more confidence. It just takes a man with a little more confidence, who he know who he is. And it really just come down to the numbers. It's all really about the numbers. So you got to remember, it's just the way things break down. Now I missed some question, Priscilla. God bless you. I missed a question in here now. Uh, uh, on behalf of B. Jones, how do men view divorced women? Thank you, Joe. So Joe, you must be divorced since you doing something on behalf of B. Jones and you spending your hard-earned money. Well, I can't speak for every man, and some things is just a general consensus, but you know, men are visual creatures. So it's two sides to that. On one side, it says you are stamped and approved. Men know how hard it is for men to walk down that aisle. So when you have been married, that means that a man had the courage to walk down that aisle. So that means that it's something about you that's special, unless you just was with a complete, just no good, sorry dude who was with you for money or something like that. But if that's not the case, which you're gonna find out, really to have been married is better in a man's eyes than to never have been married. And to be like, if you over 40, a man will then wonder, okay, what's going on? And the same thing like what I told a woman, if you meet a man who is over 40 and he's never been married, you have to then kind of, you look a little deeper to see, was this just because he is a man of standard and he is a 1% man, but he only was meeting 99% women who was in the 99 club versus that 1% club. Same thing with a woman. The man is going to look to see, is this because she's a 1% woman and she just don't play no games? She not with no games, and 9 out of 10 men with the game. So that has kept her single because she refused to settle. So that's what has to be found out. But when you've already been married, the good side of it is a man say somebody made a decision at some point to say, you are my life partner and I want to do this thing called life with you until death does us part, and then it went wrong. On the other side of it, the bad side of it is, it's a clear indication that you were somebody else's, and it's been solidified on a whole nother level. So the visual side of a man will kind of at some point envision you being flipped and tossed and being, you done did it all. So that side, that's the only negative. But if he's emotionally intelligent and if he's grown and I can't say mature, because it just gonna play in your mind. I've heard even women say the same thing. Like, man, sometimes I get mad when I think about he had another girlfriend before me. Why you dated somebody before me? And you gave her my tongue and you gave her my magic stick. Can't believe you. It's just something that you kind of go through, to where you may wake up in a cold sweat. So, hey, let me ask you, with your husband, what you was swallowing? Oh, I don't know what. It just because I met him at the game, because your son had the football game. I met your husband. You know how the subconscious mind works. So it's just like I'm trying to sleep, and then that thing I know, I just keep seeing his thing just slap me in my sleep, and it's like, I'm sorry, like I ain't mean for that to happen. But that's how the mental work, and it do it to men and women. Now you know you done been there where you start to thinking about your partner been with somebody else, and you wondering, did they do you like this? Did they do you like this? You done, everybody have been there now. So that's the only downside of just getting over the petty. But the other is just upside, because it say, look, you are wife material. Like a man said, you are my wife and I want to be with you. Met a guy friend. Now y'all forgive me for being too real for you, because see, some of these questions, don't nobody else answer these questions. I'm the only one answering these questions. So this stuff that some of y'all might not even think about, never would even thought of, never would even known. But I'm telling it all. So you got to realize, when you ask questions, it's just like eating off that forbidden fruit. It's going to expose you to the knowledge of good and evil. It's going to expose you to knowledge that you otherwise would not have had. So like the man say on the movie, you can't handle the truth. You got to be careful with what you go to asking. And that's why I asked my wife sometimes, as we was dating over the years, I said, why you don't never ask me how many women I slept with? She said, because I didn't want to know the answer. I don't ask questions I don't want to know the answer to. So that's the thing what I want to tell y'all. Don't be just going out here asking no anything willy-nilly now, because some of the answers you ain't going to be able to forget. So understand that. So now when you meet this man, you're going to have to be like my wife. She know I was with other women before her. But when she bring that up, what? Child, I ain't never did that. You the first I did that with. And that's just a lie that I'm going to have to live with. But I'm not finna sit there and be like, yeah, I did do that with my ex. Absolutely not. And my wife, she'll be like, whatever, you have did that. You have said that. You did write that poem. I found the poem that you wrote me with somebody else's name on it. So I told her, I said, no, that poem was inspired by you. But when you broke up with me for them 6 months, I took your name off of it and put her name off of it. So she got your poem. You didn't get her poem. She got your poem. See there? Yeah, right. What? Listen. I'm trying to tell you. Now, I'm not gonna swear to God. I ain't finna swear on my mama. I ain't finna swear on everything I love. That's just a lie that my wife know I'm telling. Because I understand how the mind work. So some people like, should I tell my such and such this? No, don't be telling all your business, because the mind is on a loop. Your mind play back stuff that happened to you at 4 years old. Your mind sees stuff that happened 2 decades ago. And your mind is on a loop. So when you go to sharing all your business with your new person about your ex, they have dreams about that. They have nightmares about that. They have daydreams about that. And it bothers them, and they sweating and they mad and they angry off of something you told them. So see, sometimes you got to understand your own mental struggles so you can understand another human mental struggles. When you really think about how your own mind work, then you kind of can understand how somebody else's mind work. Met a guy friend online a year ago. We've been friends since. He asked for us to meet, but I'm shy because I think I caught feelings, and I don't know if he has as well. And we do talk for hours. Wow. Wow. I ain't never heard nothing like that, JM. I ain't never heard of meeting a friend online and talking for a year. This is my first time hearing that. So at this time now, y'all is, you know how they say hetero, homo, bi, y'all what they say asexual, I think it's called. Y'all is the A. The way y'all just indifferent. A year of being friends, I don't know. And it's never been romantic. He never shot a shot. He never said I could see you being my wife. Like y'all never went there. That's a gamble, because you will be going from being friends to trying to be lovers, and that's a different dynamic. So that right there is a gamble. And it's like, if you scared and you caught feelings and this your friend and he's never been come on to you like that, the way a man does with his heart, the way we do as men is we kind of block our heart off. So he could be your friend, meet up with you, sleep with you, and still not want to be with you. And you done caught feelings. Now you sleep with him. Now you really is stuck, and he can move on with his life. So you have to listen to your intuition. If he is treating you like a friend and calling you a friend, you are in the friend zone. If you have caught feelings, it will be dangerous to go meet up with him if you done caught feelings. What do you think of a man that doesn't take care of his child but wants to be in a situationship with me? He is a few years older than me. Um, you got to realize you got to really look into and see a little bit what you believe about why he doesn't take care of his child. Because sometimes, Claudia, God bless you, not Claudia. Sometimes a man don't take care of his child because of his relationship with the child's mother, and the child's mother then kind of cut him off and just keep the child away from him. I got a homeboy that he is trying everything. He is trying everything in his power to see his child, hired a lawyer, trying to go to court, but the mom just stopped liking him over some things he did and said, and she never got over it. And she packed up and just moved to another state. She moved to another state. Y'all forgive me now. I got to swing around here to where my son at. So she moved to another state. Um, she moved to another state so that her child's father can't see his child. And now this gentleman is now a good man. He in a good relationship. He a business partner of mine. He a homeboy I've known all my life. He was a mess. He was a mess. He was a handful. He was a grown boy. He would admit to that clearly. He used to come to me all the time. Hey, Tony. Hey, boy, I'm a grown boy. Hey, how you be talking about grown boy? Boy, I'm a shoulder grown boy. He's like, hey, I ain't finna lie. Tony, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know how I am. I'm a grown boy. He used to say that to me all the time. And I used to be like, hey, bro, like, listen, that's my job. I got to do that. Don't get offended when I step on your toes. You know what I mean? I know you as a person. I ain't judging you. I just got to tell it like it is. No, I get it, dude. Hey, you ain't lying. Everything you say right. I just know I'm a grown boy. I don't care. I'm a grown boy. And so he would tell that to me. He would say that to me. And so I say that to say, now he's a good man. And this gentleman is an amazing athlete. Went all the way to the league. His son played the same sport that he made it to the league in. If this woman would let her son's father be in his life, her son would end up retiring her and be better for it, because now the man done got his life together, but she's still holding on to the past and won't let him be in his son's life. So it's like that right there. Sometimes you got to look at why, why the person not in their child life. I was with a 35-year-old man with no kids and never been married. He tried hard to be with me, but he's into earn and like to argue and accuse me. I let him go. Should I give him another chance? No, because he's 35 and he into the nasty. When a man into the nasty, that's right there. That's a non-negotiable. You can't really do nothing with that. Because when he into that that's like being on drugs. It's no different than being an addict. When he into them nasty movies, he all the way shot out. He shot out. Single, surrounded by people in relationship and marriage. They ignored red flags in the beginning. Seeing the results make me hesitant when dating. I run at the sight of bad red flags. How do I know if I'm being too hard or not? You doing the right thing. You can never be too safe. You should never ignore a red flag ever. Anytime you see a red flag, go on, get on up out of there. Don't feel bad about leaving at the sight of a red flag. That's smart, and you got to keep that now, because you may be in your 20s and you got that strength. Keep that same energy at 35. Keep that same energy at 45 now. Cause see what'll happen is y'all will be tough when you got some time to waste. Then you get older, and then you go to relaxing all of your stipulations, and then you wait till you 45 to get absolutely ran over the coals, raked over the coals, and dog slap out. And it's like, no, stay the same way now. Tony, I have been in a relationship going on 2 years, just had a baby. I want to be married and not keep sinning. I did say it to my boyfriend. He still hasn't asked me to marry him. Should I move forward? Help. Well, see, listen, this right here is what they call the pound of cure. See, a lot of times in life, we ignore the ounce of prevention and we want the pound of cure. So when you make your bed, you have to lie in it. And we have freedom of choices, but not freedom of consequences. So you unfortunately were not thinking about the sin that you were in when you were having that pleasure to get pregnant. Now that you just had your baby, now you had an epiphany and had this come to Jesus moment, but you've already got him accustomed to sleeping with you out of wedlock. So now you flipping the script on him. And so, the way the good book put it is, if both of y'all are non-believers and then you become a believer, you should not leave him, because you may be the one that brings him into the faith. Now, when you are a believer and you meet him as a non-believer, then you should keep going, because y'all are unequally yoked. So essentially, what that's saying is, you help y'all get here by reinforcing that behavior. And so now that you're growing, it's little unfair to him to say, oh, I woke up today and I want to be a new person. If you don't change today, I'm gone. And so it's a situation to where you can make that change now, but you got to understand that it's sending a mixed signal. Because he like, what? So you mean tell me we didn't sleep together all the time, you didn't got pregnant, you didn't had a baby, and not all of a sudden you Jesus right hand, woman? Okay, wow. So guess what? That may, by you changing and you growing, that may influence him to change and grow. He may say, you know what? I respect that. I respect your growth, and I'm on that too. I'm on that. I'm with you. Or you have to be willing to let him go, because he may say, no, this ain't what I signed up for. You try to bait and switch. So you done put that guata on me, and now you done hook my fish on the line, and all of a sudden now you want to switch up on me after you done got me hooked in the bed. Now you holier than now. What? And so you have to understand that, because of the way you set this thing up, he could be like, this ain't fair, I'm gone. And you have to be all right with that. You got to be all right with that if you really committed to this change. And you can't twist his arm now. You could grow, you could change, but you can't just twist his arm on it. And be willing to lose. Be willing to lose, meaning lose him for your standards, if that's where you at right now. Ain't nothing wrong with it now, but you just got to understand. Um, is it wrong to walk away from someone who isn't on your level financially / priorities in life, just because you guys get along and the potential of that person being the one? Listen, nothing is ever wrong to do that what you want to do. You just have to live with that. So if you walk away because y'all not on the same level financially, now I don't know what priorities mean to you. So if y'all don't have the same faith, the same foundational beliefs, and you walking away for that, okay, cool. But if you saying you walking away because you like to hustle and grind 80 hours a week, and he cool with just grinding 40 hours a week, and you make 80,000 and he make 40,000, then, and you saying you want to leave for that, then that's more of a preference than it is a standard. So if you make that a habit and you find yourself single because you leaving men for things that are not foundational beliefs, then you have to be okay with being single for standing with your preferences or your standards, whichever it may be. So the thing is, it's never wrong to do what you want to do, but you just got to be okay with what comes with that choice. Remember, we have freedom of choice, but we don't have freedom of consequences. So understand that. So don't settle now, but be okay if not settling means going without. I was with a 35-year-old man with no kid, never been married. He tried hard to be with me, but and okay, that's one I just read actually. Uh, Baby, that pushed me and I fell on the floor. I left him. I made the right choice, right? He says pushing me was no big deal since he didn't punch me. Well, see, that's what a push lead to. A push lead to a hunt. So yes, you made the right choice. Now that's one thing right there I don't play with is when a man get physical, you got to go. You got to go. Because it's like this. If he verbally if he verbally, that's gonna break you down too. But it's gonna take longer and you could get out in the middle of it because it's just verbal. If he emotional, that's gonna break you down too. If he emotionally that's gonna break you down too. But it's gonna take longer and you could get out of it. So emotionally meaning he cheating, you could leave and you still got your life. If he verbal, you could leave, you got your life. But when a man physical, one wrong and it could be over. So that's one thing I don't condone, don't play with, don't wait around, don't take no chances, go on about your business. Because if he crazy enough to put hands on you in any kind of way, he crazy enough to take your life. Just like on the movie He Got Game. When Denzel character took his wife's life off a push and she hit her temple on that stove. That's real life. That done happen in real life. That's how the writer wrote that. So listen to me. Don't play with that now. Don't think, oh man, he's a tough guy. Woo, I love a thug. Woo, put hands on me. And there's some women who are like that because they saw their mama go through that. They saw their sister go through that. I had an ex like that. She felt if you don't put hands on her, you don't love her. Listen, don't ever be that crazy. Do not be that ignorant. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Don't do it. Hey, I got to get ready to go now. I see my son walking to the van. What are your thoughts on a man that doesn't really set up a date? Just say let's link and just go. Said we don't have to plan, just live. Yeah, take them off right there, son. Yeah, just take them on off right there. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you. Say hey to the people.
Hi.
Those of y'all who ain't met my oldest, that's Tony the third.
Here we go again.
That's the third. More boy. Now see, get his hair from me. I just cut my hair off, but you know,
Hey, that's the most bogus I ever heard.
bogus. What? I got hair like that. Where you think you got that hair from? So y'all I got to get going because it's 9:09. I got to go and get this boy to bed. You know, I apologize for if I miss your question. Please forgive me. Um, and when we do practice, I try to go live. His practice is 7:30 to 9 p.m. So the next one is Thursday. What happened? Yeah, hold on to that tight. Hey, yeah.
I'm not even gonna use the salsa.
Huh?
I'm not even gonna use the salsa.
Okay, yeah. But hold on to that tight. Hey. Huh? You ain't gonna use the salsa? You sure? All right, put it on the plate.
Hey, you can go station fresh.
You don't want to heat it up? Oh, you gonna
I'm about
hold on now. So look, I got some paper towels back there in the bag. Hold on now. You just being a little too willy-nilly for me with that salsa now. I him a good alpaca.
Hold on now.
What's it? Now, I'm just saying. So listen, on Tuesday and Thursday,
I'm gonna open this up, sir.
my son have
You want me to go throw that away real quick? I'm sorry.
yeah, and look in the front seat. It's a bag, and look that thing of wipes right there. That's trash right there. The wipes thing.
This?
Yep. And then in the front seat, you see that bag, that grocery bag, or is it right here?
There's no bag up here.
It's no grocery bag.
Oh, right here.
Okay, yeah. You sure? I thought I had a grocery bag.
This is a grocery bag.
It's not in the front seat either?
Nope. This isn't Publix bag.
Yeah, that's it. But hey, so listen to me. I apologize, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays, my son have practice 7:30 to 9. My youngest have 6 to 7:30, so I be here from 6 to 9. So I'm trying to on Tuesdays and Thursdays unless I'm coaching a client. I'm not doing one-on-one coaching right now, but I do some VIP sessions. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, God bless y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, since I stopped doing one-on-ones, it's been men hiring me for coaching. And so, client confidentiality, so you never could say their name, but it's so and some of y'all, and the one, these men find me from their woman. So I can't say their name, but the doctor, the doctor in New York, a lady told him about me, and he signed up for coaching. And then today, a lawyer looked like he in Canada, signing up for VIP coaching. See, VIP coaching is more expensive, and so because I'm not coaching, but I do it for the people who, when they in, real serious and really got to get in there and just really want to talk about something and work through that situation. But I wanted to report that to y'all that it's some men signing up for coaching now, and that's been kind of impressive to me. So I'm gonna try to get on here, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Lord willing. God bless y'all. I appreciate you, and we'll talk soon. But wow.